Hello, let's play a bunch of New York Times games, but first we reveal our dad joke of the day. I haven't been to the gym in so long. I've gone back to calling it James. All right. That's a good one. Well, I would like to thank the following members for starting a new month. First of all, Sotech, 42 months as a super supporter. I very much appreciate you. That is a huge amount of time as a top tier supporter. Also, Scat Bathurst for 10 months as an enthusiast tier. And the following for a new tier at the video early access tier. We have Gage Taylor, Jaxigan, Karina Semenov, Lisa Last, Marissa E., and Nathan Good. All right. Thank you so much for your support. Let's start with connections. We're finding 4 groups of 4. We've got best string just intonation, stress, fair, fret, beat, rhythm, take, right, peg, proper pickup, loudness, worst. Nothing stood out to me, so let's take a look. Intonation, maybe. So like things you need for when you play music, like you need intonation, you need rhythm, maybe stress. You stress the correct things. I'm not sure about stress, but it feels in a similar category. What else? Fret is the thing on the things on the guitar. I mean, it has other definitions too, like don't fret. But I think we have parts of a guitar. We have the string, the fret, the pickup. Electric guitar has a pickup, and then the pegs for tuning. So let's block that in. This is parts of a guitar. Parts of an electric guitar. There you go. And that was blue. Interesting. Okay, so I don't think today is going to be too difficult if that was blue, but we'll see. And I do think we have rhythm and intonation. Beat. Beat is kind of the same as rhythm. Stress, loudness. Would these be more like... I mean, a beat is a little bit different than rhythm. Loudness, stress, maybe loudness. Are these like just properties of music? I'm going to hold off on this because I'm a little bit confused about what this would be. It probably is one, but why waste a mistake when we can just look at what the other words are? So something like fair, I haven't looked at yet. Being fair, being proper, being right, and being just. This is synonyms. This is probably yellow. Fitting. Okay. So if I think it's rhythm, intonation, loudness, and beat, then we have take, stress, best, and worst. Huh. I mean, it would be purple. And instead of one of these, I could have stress, I think. But we have both best and worst in the same category. Would that be true? Let me highlight this. I know it doesn't really make a difference, but I'd like to figure out what it is so I can confirm that the other one that I'm not sure of is right. So at least take, best, and worst feel like they would have to go together if the other category is correct. What can I do out of that? Take, best, worst. Huh. Take. I'm not seeing it. Could there be something else going on then? Or maybe I should just try. Maybe I should just try the thing I think. It would use a mistake, but that might be better at this point. So I'm going to try these as like property of music. No, that's one away. Okay, so that's what I was worried about. Because I don't know which one to remove. Because I don't know what these 3 mean. But I do think stress goes in it. So I'm right to be thinking about this. My instinct was right. Darn it. I would think we don't have either rhythm or beat in there. And it feels like beat could be something similar to what these other 3 are. I don't know why, but like you can take it, you can beat it, you can best it, you can worst it. I don't know about worsting it. All right, I'm just gonna go with this. Then I don't know what it is. Oh, that was green. Achieve victory over. You beat someone, you best them, you take them, you worst them. I haven't heard of worsting someone. I understand beat, best, and take. Like you take the victory, you best them, you beat them, but you worst them? Maybe there's some other connotation, like another sentence that I'm not thinking of for that. I can't think of it though. All right, and then so this is purple. This is just properties of music. Phonetic elements of speech. Speech, not music. Okay. Well, we didn't really even have any wordplay today. Good luck guessing the colors if you're going for reverse rainbow. I guess yellow and green are synonyms, so you can get those two. But then I don't know why you would pick one or the other here. Phonetic elements of speech. Okay, I was thinking music, not speech, but I guess it's similar. All right. I don't think that was too hard. I'm going to give it a 2 point. I mean, okay, there is trivia. Do you know about electric guitars? Do you know about this? You could be there. There's also kind of the idea that these are also somewhat music related, and so you might mix these up in general. But it's still trying to figure out blue and purple. And then there's the problem of worst meaning to achieve victory. I still don't understand how that would work. Sorry, I just don't. Anyway, I'm trying to figure out the difficulty here. How about a 2.5 then? And I think we have an 80% solve rate. All right, they showed us a picture of a guitar as a hint. And then speech bubbles for talking. Intonation. 2.3, okay. 49% solve rate. Whenever there's trivia, I never know whether the general population is going to know that trivia or not. Oh, wow. I'm actually not, considering I have one mistake, I'm not that unique. 1 in 540. That's quite a bit for having one mistake. So I'm not alone for sure. Yeah, people aren't getting green first because what the heck? Why would worst mean to be best? Why would worsting be besting? I don't understand. All right. People are getting yellow and blue, sometimes purple. Second is about the same, though a little bit more in green. People who lost did not get green and purple and blue. Okay. Wow. Okay. So what's going on here? 21% of people getting just yellow. 9%, this is of losing games, 9% getting... oh, no, I think this is percentage of all people. So I don't think these ever add to 100. Yeah. All right. Anyway, 21% of people got only yellow. 9% got nothing. Then we've got 14% with blue yellow. I was thinking people would be down to blue purple, but I guess more people know about parts of electric guitar than I thought. I suppose that makes sense. Electric guitars are pretty popular. All right. Anyway, that was a very low solve rate. What are people doing here? Intonation beat. Yeah. I mean, I guess this one so did 2/3 of people. That's why my game was still 1 in 540, despite having a mistake in it. Best, fair, right, and proper. Oh, putting best in with fair, right, and proper. I can see that totally. String. Yeah. And then just like mixing up all the music terms is going to be happening a lot. Okay. Even take, like doing a take of a, yeah, that makes sense. Like take 2, take 3, or whatever, singing it or whatever, playing it. Okay. What are people locking in first? They're locking in yellow first or blue first, which is what I did. Not that uncommon. And then purple with beat instead of stress in 2 different ways surrounding the correct purple first. All right. Green's not here. Less than 1% got green first. Yeah, because why would worst be in green? All right. Anyway, maybe someone can explain that to me. All right. Well, how'd you do? Hello. Let's do the easy and medium pips for Friday, November 28th. Okay. We only have a singular 6, and the 1 could go up. So let's do that. And then we need 1 blank, 1 3. Okay. So the 1 3 probably going here, and then the 1 blank going down. And then we can do the 3 5 here, and then the 3. Oops, that was already correct. The 3 2 there. Wait, what did I mess up? Oh, less than. I read that as greater than 3 for some reason. Just got to swap these. Okay, there we go. Helps to pay attention to what the clue actually says. All right, let's play the medium then. 10 is always 4 6 or 5 5. We could just slap the 5/5 in there, but let's hold off on that. This needs to be a domino right here that adds to 3 or less. So I think it has to be the 1/1. We don't have anything else that's 3 or less. And that actually, now this does have to add to 10. It could be the 4/6 or the 5/5. Let's not use up a double equal unless we have to. So we'll do the 4/6. This is the final 1 going into a 4. We do have another 4, so let's think about doing this. And then, do we have a domino that adds to 6, though? Hold on. No, we don't. So I think we need to do the 4 down, actually. And so then now this has to be the 2/3. I think this way, so we can do the 3/4 down this way. Maybe. Adding to 9, 5/4, 3/6. Okay. Well, unfortunately, we can't actually put the 3/6 here because that blocks the greater than 4. So, yeah, this can't go up. Okay, what are we doing? Do we need this 6/4? Let's pull it out for a second. I think we might. I think we do the 5/5 here. So the greater than 4 is satisfied. No, but we need this. No, we just don't add to the right amount right now. Because if I do this, I don't get 10. Oh, shoot. Okay. I thought I had it. Let's see. Maybe this is salvageable. What about 6/3 here? Yes, 6/3 here, and then this, and then the 5/5 goes in the 10. Oh, was that wrong? Oh, this doesn't add to 4. Okay, well that's... okay. I may have to reevaluate this a little bit. I need the 2 in here. So there's only 1 2. And then I need the 3 to go like this, and then the 4/1 goes down. Okay, I fixed it. Today I learned that 1 + 1 + 1 isn't 4. Huh, I always thought that was true. All right, well, how'd you do? Hello, let's do the hard pips for Friday, November 28th. Let's play. We have 2 blanks that could go in this 0. It feels like we should do the blank 6, but actually let's look at the geometry here. We have a domino here, a domino here, a domino here, and a domino here. Yeah, so I want to do the blank 6 up because that's where a domino has to go. And so now this has to be a 4. How many 4s do I have? I have a 4 4. Okay, 1 4 and 6. The only option is the 1 to go into an add to 4. Now we only have 2 3s, a 2 and a 5. Let's think about both. So if we add the 5, then the remaining has to add to 7. Do we have a domino that adds to 7? It doesn't look like it. If we did the 2, we need a domino that adds to 10. We do have that. We have 2 of them, in fact. So let's start with this one and see what happens. All right, so now we have a domino like this, a domino like this, and a domino like this. So this 11 has to happen separately, 5 and 6. So I already know that I can't do the 5 across here. What? Okay. I can't do the 3. What's going to go across here? Maybe. Do I have some? I don't have a domino that has the 6. What if I put the 5 5 here, and then I have a 6 4 that I can put here with this 5 3, and so this would add to 8. Yeah, so just 4 4 4. Okay, and now this works perfectly. Nice. All right, cool. That was an interesting one. The forced placement of the dominoes really helped out quite a bit. Well, how'd you do? Hello, let's do the mini crossword for Friday, November 28th. Let's play. Major tech purchases on Black Friday. I don't know what they want there. Hit the mall. Shop. When many arrive at stores on Black Friday. Morning. Early. Buy one, get one free. I'm noticing a theme. Cliched holiday gift for dad. A tie, perhaps? Number of days that the first Thanksgiving feast lasted. 3. Small mouse-like rodent. A mole. Intelligence bureau worker. A spy. Okay, so what's wrong? What else is there? Traditional garment worn at an Indian wedding is a sari. Movement of money between accounts. EFT. Electronic funds transfer. Major tech purchases on Black Friday. TMs. TVs. Vol. All right. It was the vol, not the mole. Yeah, I just had to fix one across. Cool. Well, how'd you do? Let's do strands. Today's theme is if all else fails. What do we do if all else fails? Fountain. Oops. Okay, well, fountain was one of the words. I don't know why, but I saw it there. What else do we have? Bad. How? What does? Okay, if all else fails, fountain. Rate. Rates. Like a fountain drink or a fountain like decoration? Huh. Do we have like statue? Or we have star? Wait, star and fountain. Now I'm really confused. Star and fountain. Two things I didn't think would locked in. If all else fails, star fountain. Makes sense to me. Noi. What else? What's around here? Noia. We also have inoid. Shin. Why not? I guess not. I'm having trouble understanding this. Clearly. What's going on over here? There's no vowels. D, what, SH, right? But if we do SH, it's got to end the word because we can't continue. So something like mash. Can't do gash because it isolates the M. We have lash. Maybe it's a bit longer. But then, okay, so if the SH ends a word, it's going to be ASH. Probably. And so what's this up here doing? We have leash here. Okay. DD? Are we doing a DD something? Or maybe a DED? Deadly? I don't think we can quite do deadly, can we? I'm seeing deadly almost spelled right. Not quite there. Is this going to be Black Friday themed or no? If all else fails. I don't think I know how to complete that sentence. Is there a typical completion of it that I'm not aware of? Or not thinking of? What is it? I may need to take a hint. Let's take a hint. Coin? Oh, you make a wish. These are all things you can use for wishes. Wish upon a star, put a coin in a fountain. So, or lucky coin. So wish. Here's wish. So is it make a wish? I think it is. Make a wish. All right. So what else do we wish on? Goal bodies. Ladybugs. And then eyelash. Okay, wish on your eyelash. And this is one word. How's this work? Lino. What else do you wish on? And at least I was right about ending in ASH. I even tried lash. I didn't even think of eyelash. I always mess, like, the thing I always miss is if it starts with a vowel, so I'm trying to start with vowels first. Darn, it's always this final word that I just can never anagram properly. No, nade? Lemonade, no. Nah. All right, let's double hint it. I'm over it. Can I do... We'll accept nade. No. How about lady and fount? Okay. Oh, a dandelion. Okay. I never know how to spell dandelion. That E always surprises me every time I see it. Because, you know, it sounds like dandy lion, like two words, like the word dandy and the word lion. But it's got that E there instead of a Y. All right, cool. Well, how'd you do? Hello, let's play Metazua. So we need to guess an animal, so we're just going to start with dog, because why not? Okay, so our mystery animal shares the most common, most recent ancestor shares the Larisiothera tree. So super order of placental mammals that groups together true insectivores, bats, carnivorans, pangolins, even-toed ungulates, odd-toed ungulates, and their extinct relatives. So I'm thinking we need to get far away from dog while still being in this list. So I'm just going to try a bat. How about a fruit bat? All right. So it also just shares that same thing with fruit bats. So something else that's pretty far away. Let's try that rhino in the picture. All right. Also shares it with rhino. I think it's going to be too close to tiger, won't it? Let's try that armadillo. Oh, armadillo. That's not an armadillo. Is that a pangolin or something? What is that? It might be the pangolin. Who knows? We've got a hedgehog. I'd like something a little bit closer. No, they're just all in Lariasthera. So what about like an even-toed or an odd-toed ungulate? So like a deer. There we go. We share pecora. Let's try that giraffe. That's fun. All right. Same result. Even-toed hoofed mammals with ruminant digestion. So let's try the sheep then. Ooh, we share caprinae. Mostly medium-sized bovids. So should we try the goat? Hey, it was goat. No, was it goat? No. It shares capra with goat. Mammals, the goats comprising 10 species, including the markhor and several species known as ibexes. Ooh, is it the ibex? It was the ibex. Okay. That's fun. At least it listed. I don't think I would have thought of the ibex if the description of capra didn't mention it. All right. I didn't realize the ibex and goat were so closely related. That's cool. All right. Well, got there eventually. How'd you do? And let's actually spin the bonus game wheel and see what we're going to play tomorrow. And I always include a link in the description to both today's game and tomorrow's game. All right, Heather Trigg would like me to play Symbol. That is one of my favorite Wordle variants. Very much enjoy it. So definitely give it a try. You're going to have to read the help carefully or find a tutorial. I've made some tutorial videos somewhere, but they might not be easy to find. I should probably make a whole tutorial make a tutorial series for some of these more difficult games, but I haven't made that easy to find. Anyway, you can always just wait for my solve tomorrow to see how to play it. Cool. Well, how'd you do? And that is it for the games for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. There is also a link at the end of the video that'll take you right to my Wordle solve and a pinned comment with all the games I played today. And if you enjoyed this, want to leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.